staying with us. Let's begin with political rivalry, which should not necessarily be antagonistic. The inauguration of Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State for the second time in office provided a ground for President Bola Tinubu and former President Olusegun Obasanjo to meet for the first time after the 2023 presidential election. During the ceremony, the two exchanged pleasantry and shook hands. Gentlemen, MJ, during that time, the campaign period, Olusegun Obasanjo did not hold back where he supported the candidates of the Labour Party all through and through. And attempt even by Bola Tinubu to visit him, to even get his endorsement and everything, fell on deaf ears.
I saw that picture yesterday, especially the handshake, and I was reading 1,001 minutes. I mean, to that, no, not this one. Okay, yeah, this picture.
Yeah.
I could imagine President Tinubu telling Baba Obasanjo, Mr. President, see me now. I could imagine Obasanjo responding, President Bola Tinubu, Afigato Joye, no. Imagine all those things. Now let's flash back to the electioneering when Asiwaju went to visit Obasanjo in Ota. And the former president, Okikiola, was neither here nor there. Not support. The following day, he wrote a letter to the youths urging them to support Peter Obi. But with God, whatever will be, will be. Today, Asiwaju is president of Nigeria. And why is everybody writing about Obasanjo and President Tinubu's meeting yesterday? Jonathan was equally there, but that didn't quite catch attention. But because of the significant role that Obasanjo played in ensuring that he did everything possible to stop a Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency by going all out to support Obi. That's why, the cameramen who took those shots yesterday, I think they deserve a lot of kudos. There are 1,001 captions that a good editor could write from that picture, especially that handshake. There was even a hug. I could imagine the exchange of banters in Owerri yesterday between the present and the past. The last time they met like this was like 2003 when Obasanjo was president and he came visiting. Tinubu was governor of Lagos State.
They've never been political friends. They've never been on the same side of the divide.
Yes.
Since the beginning of this political dispensation, since 1999, they've always been at,
But if you look at their history of political rivalry, you will see that President Bola Tinubu has always bested the former president. Remember that in 2023, when PDP took all of the Southwest except Lagos.
Yeah.
And I think, then Obasanjo was a very, very formidable politician, but he saw a worthier rival in President Tinubu. However, for me, what I see in all of this is that politics does not have to be toxic. I imagine that if Peter Obi and Atiku had been there also yesterday, they would have all shaken hands. You see, for me, I think that people who follow politicians should learn a very good lesson. We may have different ideas on how to move the country forward, but every good Nigerian wants the country to move forward. We may not agree on the way forward, but that is not why you should hate me or take me as your enemy. a lot of relationships have been permanently impaired over the exchange of toxic exchanges that ensued during the last electioneering season. In fact, people lost friends. And there are people that weaponize religion. Some people, we may disagree, but when you begin to say, look, take your own political idol, if I may use that term, as God's chosen, and then the other person that is supported by others is a devil, then it's something very terrible. Now, politicians, political actors will always do this, even if for the camera. Yes, they will always do this. You won't see them exchange physical fisticuffs or verbal fisticuffs because they are on different sides of the political divide. So it's a lesson for those who follow these men, for those who admire these men, that don't let these differences, our divergent opinions, don't let those descend into what? Toxicity. And that's a lesson we should learn.
Ultimately, will there be a time that there will be a kind of agreement between these two elder statesmen? Do you see that coming soon?
I don't see that happening.
Politically?
In fact, as a matter of fact, somebody just sent a message to me that when are we going to see the first letter, the first love letter from Obasanjo to Tinubu. Tinubu has been writing letters since he left office in 1979.
Obasanjo?
Obasanjo. He's been writing letters. He wrote several letters to Jonathan, to IBB, even Buhari. We are yet to see. Maybe it's still
early.
It's still early. It's still cooking it. But then, for President Tinubu, he has just one choice. He must make sure that he delivers on his promises, and if possible, outperform Obasanjo, so that he can have a point to say that, yes, you didn't want me to get there, but the signs are already showing. But Tinubu should build on that and ensure that the way he was able to survive despite the withholding of council funds in Lagos for almost 2-3 years, and use that opportunity to build the revenue of Lagos. It should also use that magic to ensure that it delivers on the task of moving Nigeria forward as the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So no option than to deliver?
Yes, no option than to
avoid
deliver. That is the way to answer your critics, to prove them wrong. Obasanjo will always write. He has that penchant for writing. I think it's his hobby. He enjoys it. So he wrote when Yaradua was there, if I remember. He wrote when Goodluck Jonathan was there. He wrote when Buhari was there. And people say, look, the only person that Obasanjo is satisfied with is Obasanjo. However, Obasanjo is just one Nigerian. It's just one Nigerian. The president cannot be distracted by whatever the Obasanjos of this world think.